Good afternoon. It is exactly 4 p.m. East African time here in Nairobi, Kenya. Thank you very much for keeping it TV47. You're just in time for news now at 4 with I, Sheilar Chelangat. But first, the highlights. The highlights. Deputy Inspector General Eliud Lagat has voluntarily stepped aside to pave way for investigations into the shocking murder of teacher and influencer Albert Ojwang. Lagat is under intense scrutiny as part of the widening inquiry. Central Police OCS Samson Talam has been formally charged in court with the murder of Albert Ojwang, a case that has rocked the nation and sparked public outrage. Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen has announced major reforms to the police service, including the installation of CCTV cameras in all police stations in a bid to boost transparency and accountability. All right, we begin with the news that broke this afternoon that the Deputy Inspector General of Police Eliud Lagat has stepped aside to allow for investigations into the death of teacher and blogger Albert Ojwang. In his statement, Lagat pledged full cooperation with authorities and extended condolences to Ojwang's family. This follows mounting public pressure linking him to Ojwang's death in police custody at Nairobi's Central Police Station. And still on the Ojwang case, interdicted Central Police OCS Samson Talam has been arraigned at the Milimani Law Courts over the death of teacher and blogger Albert Ojwang. The Independent Policing Oversight Authority IPOA is seeking to detain Talam for 21 more days as investigations continue. A ruling on the application is expected on June 18th. For now, Talam remains in custody.
There is also admission from the defense that the person sitting as the respondent before you is the OCS. While they had questioned it in their affidavit, they have admitted severally. And not just the OCS. He's the OCS of, according to Mr. Cliff Meta, one of the greatest stations in Kenya. And that is not enough. According to Mr. Omari, he has been in the police service for 29 years.
That the reason why you are inviting the court to order the pre-charge detention of the suspect before court is because you have fear that he might run away from the jurisdiction of this court, isn't it?
Yes. I believe this issue of the jurisprudence on pre-detention, pre-trial detention is well settled. It's just a matter of, a case-to-case, adopting whatever the law states to what the facts are. So I want to thank you for that. I propose we come back on Wednesday at 2 p.m. for a ruling. So in the meantime, I'm not sure, can the respondent still be detained remanded at the Langata? Okay.
And moving on, Interior CS Kipchumba Murkomen has announced major reforms to improve accountability in the police service. Key among them is the installation of CCTV cameras in all police stations, with footage managed securely by station commanders. Murkomen also revealed plans to digitize the occurrence book OB to prevent tampering and promote transparency. He called for higher professionalism and public trust in the service.
In the aspiration of fulfillment of constitutional standards under Article 244, I have today directed the implementation of the following policy reforms framework in the National Police Service. First, on CCTV surveillance, it shall be mandatory to equip police stations with CCTV surveillance to enhance transparency and accountability. All the police stations currently standing at 1,209 shall have CCTV surveillance within the next 2 years. we shall be making proposals to Parliament to enact laws that criminalize tampering with CCTV cameras. The surveillance system shall be in the custody of the officer commanding station, and the said officer shall be required to ensure that the system is always functioning. And instances of fault, it shall be reported within 1 hour through the established chain of command. The CCTV shall have an external backup system.
Elsewhere, the government has indefinitely suspended all commercial gold mining in West Pokot County following the deaths of 5 people this month. Only small-scale artisanal miners will be allowed to operate. County Commissioner Khalif Abdullahi cited illegal operations, environmental degradation, river pollution and rising child labor as key concerns. The move follows public protests over safety, corruption and school dropouts linked to mining.
The government has directed the closure of all mining sites within West Pokot County with immediate effect. There are over 500 gold mining sites. In the last few days, we had fatalities, mining-related deaths. We had 4 deaths recently and 5 casualties in Takwel area. We have had environmental degradation caused by unlawful and unregulated mining activities within West Pokot County. The long-term environmental impact of the unregulated mining include water and air pollution as a major concern. It has left deep holes, dirty water in rivers, particularly River Takwel. The government has put in measures and has established a mining office in Kapenguria to regulate the growing artisanal mining activities and improve also access to government services, including licensing, compliance, enforcement, and safety monitoring.
Moving on, students from Rift Valley National Polytechnic and residents of Ngata in Nakuru held demonstrations over the poor state of Kabasis Road and rising insecurity. The protest led to temporary closure of the Nakuru-Eldoret Highway, with demonstrators lighting bonfires and blocking the road. Police fired tear gas to disperse the crowds and restore traffic flow.
Kubwa sana kwa sababu barabara ya kuenda Harvest inakaa vibaya, na we have tried to talk to the MP tukamwambia about barabara, yeye anajua condition ya hii barabara.
I think the government should check on street lights pia sana because hapa ni wanafunzi na wanapitia kwa hii barabara sana. Sasa na request government waeke street lights at least itusaidie kidogo. And then number 3 pia kuna mtu aliuliwa hapa, and I think pia it is just because of the insecurities of the place. So I urge the government at least waone kitu wanaweza fanya hapo juu sasa barabara ni mbaya zaidi, stima hakuna mastima.
Isemia bridge tumetengwa sana, ukiangalia reason for the last 1 month kumekuwa na wizi, mauaji. So like a lot of criminals zimekuja huku chini. Hata unapata mimi saa moja siwezi endea chakula juu ya nini, ya uoga na lala njaa.
Mimi Kenya naweza sema ni tutengenezewe barabara. Hiyo barabara ukipanda bike hata uko comfortable. Unarusha unachoka, hata kama unaenda kwa boyfriend unachoka. Ukipanda pikipiki hadi insecurity usiku hapo huwezi pita saa moja ukiendea sapa.
And away from that, tension flared in Kiamonyinga Bokeira ward as residents protested the expansion of a public road onto private land. They accused the Nyamira County government of biased constructions and property damage. Human rights groups have threatened legal actions, citing violations and lack of compensation. The county is undertaking roadworks using new equipment to cut costs.
no mwanafunzi wake alikuwa na tulipomuuliza sababu yeye akasema chief ndiye ameniambia nifungue hiyo barabara. Hiyo barabara imekuwa tangu huo wakati 2014 hadi 2025 wakati county ilipoichukua barabara ikabadilisha kutoka kwa mbunge wa kwanza yeye ndiye alikuwa amelima. Nieleza kuwa chief ndiye ako na kesi yetu, yeye ndiye alitoa instructions hadi mahali penye barabara itafika wafuate post za stima. Na hizo poles zilikuwa zimewekwa na watu wa stima walioweka, walisema ya kwamba post zingine zitakuwa ndani, zingine zitakuwa nje, ndio umeme, hizo waya za umeme zisishikane.
Development ya ward hii na haswa kutoka Nyamira County, kwa sababu hii barabara ni ya ward, na kwa sababu hiyo inatakikana mheshimiwa mwakilishi wa bunge hili la ward hii ambaye anaitwa Joel Ombongi, yeye ndiye anahitajika kufanya kitu inaitwa public participation, aite wananchi wote kutoka pale juu kwa dib mpaka mwisho mahali shule
Sports News.
All right, let's get sporty. The Kenya Association of Technical Training Institutes National Athletic Games concluded in a grand fashion at Afraha Stadium in Nakuru. The three-day event brought together vocational training centers from across the country. Many athletes recorded personal bests, with top performers expected to compete in the upcoming Athletics Kenya Games.
Kufuata program ya coach tukiwa tu nyumbani na jamaa yangu, nimefurahia sana.
Tunatoka Western Matili, shule ni Matili. Race imekuwa ngumu but umoja tu ndio imefanya tukakuwa number 1 na ile effort tunapewa na walimu.
The Athletics Championship Nationals has been a success. We had 1,800 trainees participating in this activity, and the discipline has been excellent. The performance has been well above average.
We want to appreciate all the teams from the 9 regions that came, that they have really shown the skills that they are potential.
And Saint-Germain cruised past Atletico Madrid with a 4-0 victory at the Rose Bowl Stadium in California. All right, that concludes news now at 4 p.m. with I, Sheilar Chelangat. More of those stories in our subsequent bulletin at 7 p.m. and 9 p.m. To enjoy the rest of your viewership, good afternoon.